Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We are on the burning bridge. We're dealing with all of the past images of things. Dealt with, one bug thing last episode. Not sure how long that episode's going to end up being. A beam of clear, radiant light cuts through the murky expanse of the beyond. The air around it is notably warmer than the rest of the Rift realm. Hold up the sunlight dial to the light. The light shines down the sundial's pinhole and aligns with the dusk. Turn the ring towards the dawn. As you adjust the sundial, the ambient light shifts around you and the ground trembles beneath your feet. Great, another puzzle thing, this time with time. Okay, the bridge ablaze the moment before.
Mind if I borrow that power? There's some decisions I've been meaning to revisit.
Ha!
I've seen this moment in my dreams.
Alright, well, you know what? We got up here. We had a light portal. Hold wide when sundial up to the light. To put it towards noon. As you adjust the sundial, the ambient light shifts around you and the ground trembles beneath your feet. Gonna grab whatever's on this dude. Oh no! Shambling souls. There we go. Ouch. I think I'm aiming this too far in. That's alright, because we can paralyze these guys. Boom! Immobilize all of them. Jody, go ahead and try and dismiss them all. And just in case that doesn't work, I'm going to go ahead and magic missile them all. Pallegina, you'll stay there. Alright, Pallegina, still stay there. Dismissal. Boom! Did that take all of them down? Okay, good. Yeah, okay, that still goes on.
What have we here?
Get that trap this time. Get that again.
We're not alone.
Thought there was another trap here.
What's that?
Yeah, I think you're going to go ahead and open up over there.
I'm listening.
Maya, go ahead and immobilize this guy. Ow! Don't tell me that interrupted him. I think it did interrupt. No, it's still casting.
Happy to oblige.
Jody, go ahead and get us fire as raining down. Give us our magical missiles.
I am ready.
Alright, keep going. Warden of Decay, those are rough. Storm of Holy Fire?
Say your prayers.
Well,
RPG crawler got interrupted. You know what? You're gonna stand there and do nothing. There's the Maelstrom.
Yeah.
So we just got that burning archer. Oh no, you don't want to go in there. You don't want to go in there.
you need something.
Takehu
You were saying?
not really doing anything.
Say your
He's
prayers.
immune to this, and he's immune to the Maelstrom's damage, and the Maelstrom's blocking my way.
All thick words.
Yeah, we'll do it. Hopefully Jody won't get ruined.
Speak freely.
So help me God, I'll whoop the next one of you who takes aim at me.
Yours to command, Captain.
Alright.
Show me.
Go ahead and attack in melee. Or not.
Well,
See if he takes extra ice damage. Poof. I guess we don't get to see. Alright. Well, let's loot up.
you asked much.
Alright, this is like in the middle of everything. But we can go up and we can go over here. Got nothing over here that we need. But we do have a sunbeam down there somewhere.
What did you find, Ishi?
So this is straight up a map, a kind of multi-tiered puzzle. The explosion of the Godhammer bomb has ripped Wademan's body in half. It happened so quickly that his face has yet to lose the crease of concern he wore a moment ago. In his broken state, he's beyond any help. Turn it back towards dawn. As you adjust the sundial, the ambient light shifts. Okay, this is kind of goofy. I'll get us out of here if I can.
To even consider it. Whatever happened here scattered me in body and mind. I can't leave while I'm shattered.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Gather enough of the pieces and maybe I'll be strong enough to be some help.
Alright, no problem. Huh. So this gets me nothing. So this is back near the dawn.
Tell Bird to leave Nemnock alone.
Let's go towards dusk. To after it shattered the bridge. Oh, we can go up there. So I see that fight back down there. Let's go up here first.
What did you find, Ishi?
Yeah, what did you find, Ishi? Well, there's a piece of Wandering Soul. I just can't get to it. What the hell did Ishi find? What did anybody find? Well, I'm not seeing anything. Unless it's like pixel hunt worthy. Oh well. Yeah, let's deal with these. Ah, a lot of these guys.
Yours to
Oh,
command, Captain.
ouch. Yeah, we're gonna do this again. Come right up against us this time.
Can't get a clean hit.
Let them all clump up here before it goes off this time, please.
Yes?
RPG crawler, you're gonna have to, like, get ready to do stuff. Well, one of them summoned a minor avatar. No, you're not going anywhere, Palagina. So there's like 4 of them, I see.
Yeah.
Alright, you are coming around down here. I do not see... Oh, there we go. A burning cleric. Actually, no, you're just going to fire at him.
Time to separate the chaff.
Well,
RPG crawler. We'll do the magic missiles.
I am ready.
Come on. Alright, so there's 2 of them down there.
This isn't the bathroom.
Ouch. Yeah, finish that one, please.
still alive. Relatively sharp.
Yeah.
Let's, try dismissal.
You deserve better, Captain.
Word and raw.
You were saying?
Maya. Let's make sure this guy can't move. Alright. Palagina, you don't do anything.
Glory be to gone.
And it looks like Tekehu got owned, but that's okay.
Yes?
Now let's loot everything up.
As you wish.
What have we here?
Detect the trap. Loot this again. Here's a wandering soul. Fragmented from wide wind in the blast, a splintered soul essence feverishly clings to a moment of life now forgotten. You dangled your legs over the edge of a dock. In the gloom of pre-dawn, the lake resembled a mirror of polished obsidian. Your father approached with a pair of fishing rods. Back then, he stood as tall as a mountain. He expected you to be ready in the boat by now. Why had you so distracted? Father, would the morning still come if Aothis wasn't there to draw it over the horizon? He sighed. A foolish question. Aothis is the dawn. His absence would be the death of all light. You're old enough for this to be obvious. What's truly on your mind? Your father knows you well enough to see through this obvious deflection. Wouldn't life go on without the gods? Before you could finish the thought, the fishing rods clattered to the ground. Your father struck you hard enough that you pitched forward into the lake. Your mouth opened with a cry that was quickly stifled by the cold water. He bellowed the gods deserved gratitude, not an ignorant child's faithless doubt. You should thank Aothis for the harvest in the dawn. Pride will only make you complacent. You were never a strong swimmer. By the time you desperately clawed your way back to the surface, your father had rowed out into the middle of the lake to be alone. You knew better than to call out to him and interrupt his fishing. You sat on the shore and awaited his return. When the dawn crested the horizon, you didn't give thanks for the warmth it brought. You wanted to remember the cold.
I'm not hungry.
Okay. Can't really go through there. Well, I found one of the pieces. I mean, I guess I can jump over there and get that one. But I don't think that's really what I need to do. I don't want to break this again. We'll go towards noon. Please tell me that this doesn't respawn all the creatures each time. Alright, we got nothing over here. Oh, wait. That's what we found last time. Please tell me that this trap's already done. Okay, good. This is at noon. Let's try dusk. Alright, that's that. Is there a way to get off of this? Yes, there is. What's this?
Leave it to me.
1 dozen stood. Legendary heavy armor. I will be taking that. I will be taking that. Let's talk to the soul. Fragmented from the wade wind and the blast. A splinter of soul essence feverishly clings to a moment of life now forgotten. Your father reached up to from the sickbed and clutched at your wrist, his fingers gnarled and skeletal. You'd seen enough of this condition spreading through the colony to know he wouldn't last long. It would be a miracle. It was a miracle he hung on this long. His breathing was labored, his voice ragged, but his gaze was alert and full of questions that only you could answer. I'll see you after the farm when you're gone and make sure it stays in the family. He shook his head and maintained his grip. His lips and nose were stained by Vorla's cough, a plague that colored the phlegm purple. To you it resembled an actor's smeared face paint. He asked in a rabid whisper if you kept to your faith. I still thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn, just as you taught me. Satisfied, he nodded, but then his grip tightened as if another fit of coughing crumpled him into a ball. And I'll thank him for the dusk as it settles over you, Father. The coughing fit rattled to a halt as your father regarded you in wide-eyed shock. You left me to face a cold dawn. Now you can give thanks to the fading of your light, and you can do it alone. I needed a father, not a priest. You were neither to me. Farewell. You moved away from the sickbed that was soon to be a deathbed, closing the door quietly behind you. Then you stepped out on the porch to savor the last bright rays of the day. That was cold. Where does this go? Oh, we got another light. Oh, and we found a trap. Alright, Tekehu's about to die. We're gonna go ahead and rest. I'm resting non-stop here because I keep triggering traps.
I'll see it done.
Let's go down to the noon. And there's the third part of the soul. And that same trap again. Read the soul. You drew your sickle across a thin patch of Vorlis. The harvest would be a poor one, but at least it was a shared burden, and no other Red Sarah suffered alone. We could use some rain to go with all the sunlight with this. My thanks in advance. As usual, there was no reply. You drew the sundial out from under your shirt, but the light had waned too much to judge the hour. You flinched as the chiming of a bell echoed from some distant source. A sensation of warmth spread across your back. Who's there? The daylight blossomed to life, exploding into many colors that filled the sky. You turned to face it, shielding your eyes until you realized it didn't hurt to look into this brilliance. A glowing figure loomed before you. Do you still thank me for the dawn and the harvest, Waidwin? You dropped to your knees. You felt laid bare before the light of Aothis. Every word spoken in hate, every punch you threw first, every time you turned your back to the dawn, they were all his to judge. I won't plead for mercy. Do what you came to do. You tilted your head to present your neck, a motion you had seen repeated too many times in the town square. The luminescent figure flickered in a way you reminded you once of a guttering candle and a chuckle. Do you think I'm here to admonish and cast you into the lake? No, I would draw you back to the warmth for a higher calling. He knew. Suddenly you felt like that child again, vulnerable and alone before a looming, all-powerful presence. Fear not, for you are chosen above all others. You'll be the light to bring about the rebirth of an empire. An empire? It was gibberish to you, but Aothis probably knew something you didn't. Of course he did. His words filled you with a warmth and a confidence that you'd never felt before. Just because I'm accepting this doesn't mean I'm not angry with you. Aothis understood completely and never thought less of you for it. The sickle fell from your grip with a clatter as he reached out from a great distance to touch your brow. A light stole over your vision. Much later, you awakened a changed man. Okay.
Leave it to me.
We'll go towards the dawn, because this puts me somewhere where I haven't been before, I think. Yeah, the bridge ablaze. I haven't been down here. Oh my god. That's 2 hits.
Bird! You bow to Nemnock!
Oh my god, stop blowing me up. Here's a priest.
Damn it. Why can't I remember?
The soul of this robed priestess circles about the same thoughts in a pattern reminiscent of pacing. Continue observing her.
I memorized that illusion spell. How can it be gone? Another second and Weidwin will know the bomb is here. Damn it, girl. This is your chance. The whole point of the thing is that his soul finds him first.
As you intuit her meaning, you catch a flash of memory. Robed priest assembling a delicate mechanism, spiked copper plates housing a fragile shard of Audra. The Audra houses a piece of Waidwin's soul. Try to think of a spell and try to help her recall something. Waidwin's soul is in the bomb. It's just got more complicated. The mechanism was elegant in its simplicity. When a fragment of Waidwin reacted to his approach on the bridge above, it conducted solar energy into the copper and triggered the explosive, a bomb for Waidwin made of Waidwin. It was a delicate trigger by design. The work of removing such a critical part will involve no small risk. Think of a spell, try and help her recall something. Her soul twitches as if your intervention makes a small dent in her confusion, but it isn't enough to restore her memory.
Almost had it that time.
You won't hear this, but I'll return your memory if I happen across it.
Why can't I think of it?
Her soul dims in its luminosity to a speck, what you take to be a spiritual equivalent of a wince. Oh, that's interesting. And it gets more complicated still. Alright, well, we're up here. And that actually got me up through that door. Okay.
Fishman smells terrible.
Of course, that doesn't really help me.
I'll see it.
Priest lady, Nemnock needs healing.
There's Waidwin. There's that. Wait a moment. Let's go down to the docks. Let's go down to the docks. Where's the light? Oh, you know what? I can't get it. I can't get there from here. Okay. Let's... Go to noon. This is where it just explodes. Okay, that blows them apart. Probably need to go down there somewhere, I guess. I need to figure out how to get there. First, let's come over here. Did I already loot this?
Boat sinks.
Yeah, I already looted this. Let's go to the dusk on here. Alright. Did we open up anything? No, we didn't. No, that's not right. See, it would detonate right there.
I'll see it done.
Back to the dawn. I don't know where that fourth thing is. Am I going to have to look this one up again? I'm pretty sure that we've got to find something.
Hey, Shiza, you bow to Nemnok. Do it now.
At least I'm not having to fight things again and again and again. Try and restore a fragment of Widewind soul.
The water is so cold. This day I believe Father wanted me to drown. If my faith was untrue, then I wasn't worthy to be his son.
The soul of Widewind feels more vibrant in library, but he isn't whole just yet. Try and restore a fragment.
We could have parted on better terms, Father. But your son has too much of you in him. See, Father, I can be as vindictive as you.
The soul of Widewind feels more vibrant and lively, but isn't whole just yet.
I was more than a vassal. I was his saint. You respected my opinion. But together we were called a monster.
Alright. We got to find that last piece. It's going to be down there near the docks somewhere, I think, maybe. Here's the thing. I got to get towards dusk. Get me on the other side again. Alright, this will teleport me back down. Is there anything up there I needed? I don't think so. I looted all that. What's over here? More of that. Let's turn it towards noon. I haven't... Nothing up here I need. Alright, basically this separates. But it doesn't let me go anywhere. And I'm not seeing anything interesting. We'll turn it towards the dusk. That'll pop us back over there, and then I'll just turn it direct to dawn from where I'm at. Yeah, let's just take this direct to dawn. And it puts me back here. Talk to this priest.
Got to remember the incant didn't come this far just to tuck tail and surrender. Not to them.
Unconcerned with you, her spirit persists in rapidly assessing the situation frozen in time.
Once I've got my senses back, I'll drag them all along for my fiery ride into hell.
Alright. Well... I honestly don't know where... I'm going to have to look this up. So there is a key that I need. So I've got to go to the moment after dusk and collect a key from his remains.
Leave it to me.
Which I thought I did. But... I want to make sure. So here's his remains. I think I already found the key from his remains. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the Ring of Dawn. And then that should let me unlock. Oh, here we go. Unlock with... Yeah, I had that. Okay. That's why, because it doesn't show up when you do the shift thing. So, it didn't highlight when you do the tab thing. So, yeah. Memory of Magronite incantations, and I give that to the priestess down by the docks.
You've got to remember the
I think this is what you're looking for. No sooner does the book make contact with her than it ceases to exist, absorbed into our memories. You feel the essence of the priestess swell with life and vigor.
Of course. Simple. How'd I forget a thing like that anyway?
As she begins the incantation, you comprehend where and how the bomb was hidden. Knowing this, it feels as if 1,000 pairs of eyes are observing your progress at once. The illusion fades under their scrutiny. The heat of Magran's fire singes your face as you draw closer to the Godhammer bomb, which feels poised to go off at any instant. Under layers of copper plating, enchantments, and volatile materials, you sense a fragment of Widewind's soul. It reaches out to you in blind confusion. A parchment-thin shard of Audra is positioned inside of the spiked copper trap. When a current of essence conducts through Audra, the trap will snap shut and complete a circuit. Let's try to disarm the bomb. You carefully reach inside the bomb in no time at all. You're up to your shoulder in delicate gears and cogs, taking care not to displace anything. Something in the guts of the machinery falls off in your hand, but the god hammer remains inert. I've gained the detonator shard. You're able to reach the Audra at the heart of the detonation trigger and pull Widewind's soul free without incident. Dawn rose over the mountain pass where you camped your forces. The first rays warmed the tents and roused your armed congregation from slumber. Evan Dewar Bridge was a speck on the horizon. Scouts say that a dozen soldiers hold the crossing. What do they think they can accomplish? You spat in the wind and considered your options. No one said this would be easy, but you started to wonder if the world even wanted a saint. The Deerwoods certainly didn't. They must have something to believe in, something that could turn the tides against us. You were only thinking aloud, but without warning it became one of the rare moments when a familiar voice interceded on your thoughts. It's possible. Our adversaries do not lack for motivation. You flinched at the presence that asserted itself. Aothis had been preoccupied lately, spending days in contemplative silence, distancing himself from you. What do you think, old friend? Could this be the end of our long march? You, Aothis, considered your answer with care. The inevitability of things always came easier to Rimgrand, and in this moment you envied him. You and I may stumble, but our legacy will live on, if not in this frontier, then another. Widewind nodded, absorbing your words. Why try and stop us, though? Don't they want to see the light as we do? For some reason, it was always so hard telling Widewind the truth. Maybe all the gods were out of practice. You already knew about the bomb, and you decided not to act on that knowledge. But Widewind deserved an answer, even if it wasn't the entire truth. Change is agonizing. Mortals will fight against it, but it will always catches up to them in time. Widewind looks out over on the Owen Dewar Bridge and wonders if he was ready to face the dusk. His thoughts were a placid lake. Then he spoke his mind again, this time taking you by surprise. Those defenders are looking past their faith to stand against a god. They're here to fight everything they built and planted together. Widewind was beginning to see the point. It was your sorrow to know that he wouldn't live long enough to fully appreciate it. Kith are supposed to face the dawn together, not to depend on it. Our first duty is to each other. You wanted to tell Widewind about how proud you felt, but he no longer needed a father's approval to know when he was right. That saddened you even more than knowing that Widewind had seen his last sunrise. Alright. Let's do it. Alright, restore the last missing fragments of Widewind's soul. As the essence you gathered on Evan Dewar Bridge converges on Widewind, his soul brightens with a flash, then his eyes snap open as if a tide of revelation washes over him. Widewind, watch the events play out.
Thank you, friend. I'm struggling to understand it all, but my thoughts are clearer now.
Widewind wobbles on his feet. His expression of bewilderment shapes to a broad grin as he recovers his bearings.
I think I accept why this needed to happen, but it is only human to feel conflicted.
I'm guessing the cycle is broken now?
Unless you feel like taking it for another go-around, I can wait.
He smiles lopsidedly.
There is a lesson, a purpose to the God Hammer that I failed to grasp.
Widewind looks out over the bridge, paying a particular attention to the men and women rallying against each other.
Aothis wanted the people of the world to stand tall, without gods propping them up. The God Hammer didn't just tear Aothis from my body. It drove a wedge between gods and Kith across Aora. And isn't that just a version of what he always wanted?
I suppose that's one interpretation.
Doubtless there will be others, if you choose to carry this story back to the here. Taking on that burden of suffering wasn't in Aothis' original plan. But it served him well enough that he was content to keep his distance for a few quiet years.
Widewind shrugs. The matter seems to weigh upon him less than before.
Now that I'm free, I can feel oblivion tugging at me harder than before. We won't have time to savor the victory, friend.
Widewind looks down at his hands, which even now seem less substantial as the white void draws him away. He doesn't seem to mind. Seeing as I helped you, maybe you could lend me a hand against a dragon?
I might have guessed you didn't come this far just to pull me out of a bad situation. At the risk of sounding ungrateful, it's been ages since I took up a pitchfork against anything larger than a bale of hay. You'd do better without me. Really.
If you have no faith in yourself, then you miss the point of the Saints' War.
What are you saying?
Aothis wanted Kith to stand together. If you leave, then you're betraying his lesson.
I'm not sure this is what he had in mind. But you make a good point.
Well, the dude owes me a castle. The least he can do is lend me you.
Point me toward the fiend that means you harm, and I'll drag it down to oblivion with me. Onward.
Wide-wind gestures for you to take the lead.
Never thought I'd be fighting beside an honest-to-God saint. Makes a gal feel real righteous.
All right. And I think what I'll do is I will wrap it up here. This has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment, any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and...
You need something.
You know what? I'm going to handle this next time. Take care and goodbye. And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribestar, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.